Cantos 7 to 9 of Book 3 of the Ramayan of Valmiki. Translated by Ralph T.H. Griffith. This LibriVox recording is in the public domain. The recording by O.23. Canto 7, Sutikshna. So Raghu's son, his foeman's dread, with Sita and his brother sped, got round by many a twice-born sage to good Sutikshna's hermitage. Through woods for many a league he passed, over rushing rivers full and fast, until a mountain fair and bright as lofty Meru rose in sight. Within its belt of varied wood Ikshaku's sons and Sita stood, where trees of every foliage bore blossom and fruit in endless store. Their coats of bark like garlands strung before a lonely cottage hung, and there a hermit, dust besmeared, a lotus on his breast appeared. Then Rama, with obeisance due, addressed the sage as near he drew. My name is Rama, Lord, I seek thy presence, saint, with thee to speak. O sage, whose merits never decay, some word unto thy servant say. The sage, his eyes on Rama bent, of virtue's friends preeminent, then words like these he spoke and pressed the son of Raghu to his breast. Welcome to thee, illustrious youth, best champion of the rights of truth. By thine approach this holy ground a worthy Lord this day has found. I could not quit this mortal frame till thou shouldst come, O dear to fame. To heavenly spheres I would not rise, expecting thee with eager eyes. I know that thou, unking, hadst made thy home in Chitrakota's shade. Even now, O Rama, Indra Lord, supreme by all the gods adored, King of the 100 offerings said, when he my dwelling visited, that the good works that I have done my choice of all the worlds have won. Accept this meed of holy vows, and with thy brother and thy spouse roam through my favor in the sky, which saints celestial glorify. To that bright sage of penance torn, the high-souled Rama spake in turn, as Vasava, who rules the skies, to Brahma's gracious speech replies. I of myself those worlds will win, O mighty hermit, pure from sin. But now, O saint, I pray thee tell, where I within this wood may dwell. For I, by Saravanga old, the son of Gautam, was told that thou in every law art wise, and seest all with loving eyes. Thus to the saint, whose glory is high, failed all the world, he made reply. And thus again the holy man his pleasant speech with joy began. This calm retreat, O Prince, is blessed with many a charm. Here take thy rest. Here roots and kindly fruits abound, and hermits love the holy ground. Fair sylvan beasts and gentle deer in hearts unnumbered wander here, and as they roam, secure from harm, our eyes with grace and beauty charm. Except the beasts in thickets bred, this grove of ours has not to dread. The hermit's speech when Rama heard, the hero never by terror steered. On his great bow his hand he laid, and thus in turn his answer made. O saint, my darts of keener steel, armed with their murderous barbs, would deal destruction mid the sylvan race that flocks around thy dwelling place. Most wretched then my fate would be for such dishonor shown to thee, and only for the briefest stay would I within this grove delay. He spoke and ceased, with pious care he turned him to his evening prayer, performed its customary rite, and sought his lodging for the night. With Sita and his brother laid beneath the grove's delightful shade. First good Sutikshna, as elsewhere, when he saw The shades of night around them draw with hospitable care. The princely chieftains entertained with store of choicest food ordained for holy homage fair. Canto 8. The Hermitage. So Rama and Sumitra's son, when every honour due was done, slept through the night. When morning broke, the heroes from their rest awoke. Betimes the son of Raghu rose, with gentle Sita from repose, and sipped the cool delicious wave, sweet with the scent the lotus gave. Then to the gods and sacred flame the heroes and the lady came, and bent their heads in honour meet within the hermit's pure retreat. When every stain was purged away, they saw the rising lord of day. Then to Sutikshna's side they went, and softly spoke most reverent. Well have we slept, O holy Lord, honoured of thee by all adored. Now leave to journey forth, we pray. These hermit urges on our way. We haste to visit, wandering by, the ascetics' homes that round you lie, and roaming Dandak's mighty wood, to view its saintly brotherhood. For thy permission now we sue, with these high saints to duty true, by penance taught its sense to tame, in lustre like the smokeless flame. Ere on our brows the sun can beat with fierce intolerable heat, like some unworthy lord who wins his power by tyranny and sins. O saint, we fain would part. The tree bent humbly to the devotee. He raised the princess as they pressed his feet, and strained them to his breast. And then the chief of devotees bespake them both in words like these: Go with thy brother Rama, go, pursue thy path untouched by war. Go with thy faithful Sita, she, still like a shadow, follows thee. Roam Dandakud, observing well the pleasant homes where hermits dwell, pure saints, whose ordered souls adhere to penance rites and vows austere. There plenteous roots and berries grow, and noble trees their blossoms show, and gentle deer and birds of air in peaceful troops are gathered there. There see the full-blown lotus stud and bosom of the lucid flood, and watch the joyous mallard shake the reeds that fringe the pool and lake. See with delighted eye the rill leap sparkling from her parent hill, and hear the woods that round thee lie re-echo to the peacock's cry. And as I bid thy brother, so, Sumitra's child, I bid thee go. Go forth, these varied beauties see, and then once more return to me. Thus spake the sage Sutikshna. Both the chiefs assented, nothing loath. Round him with circling steps they paced, then for the road prepared with haste. There Sita stood, the dame long-eyed, fair quivers round their wasts she tied, and gave its prince his trusty bow, and sword which never a part might know. Each took his quiver from her hand, and clanging bow and gleaming brand. Then from the hermit's home the two went forth each woodland scene to view, each beauteous in the bloom of age, dismissed by the illustrious sage, with bow and sword accoutred, hied away, and Sita by their side. Canto 9. Sita's Speech. Blessed by the sage, when Raghu's son his onward journey had begun, thus in her soft tone Sita, meek, with modest fear, began to speak. One little slip that great may lead to shame that follows lawless deed. Such shame, my lord, as still must cling to falls from low desire that spring. Three several sins defile the soul, born of desire that spurns control. First, utterance of a lying word, then vile abode the next and third. the flawless love of others' wife, the thirst of blood uncaused by strife. The first, O Raghu's son, in thee, none yet has found, none ever shall see. Love of another's dame destroys all merit lost for guilty joys. Rama, such crime in thee, I ween, has never been found, shall never be seen. The very thought, my princely lord, is in thy secret soul avowed. For thou hast ever been the same, fond lover of thine own dear dame, content with faithful heart to do thy father's will, most just and true. Justice and faith and many a grace in thee have found a resting place. Such virtues, prince, the good may gain, who empire over its sense retain. And well canst thou, with loving view, regarding all, its sense subdue. But for the third, the last, that strives, insatiate still, for others' lives, found thirst of blood where hate is none, this, O my lord, thou wilt not shun. Thou hast but now a promise made, the saints have done the good to aid, and to protect their lives from ill, the giant's blood in tide wilt spill, and from thy promise lasting frame wilt glorify the forest's name. Armed with thy bow and arrows thou, fought with thy brother journeyest now, while as I think how true thou art, fears for thy bliss assail my heart, and all my spirit at the sight is troubled with a strange affright. I like it not, it seems not good, thy going thus to done the good, and I, if thou wilt mark me well, the reason of my fear will tell. Thou with thy brother, bow in hand, beneath those ancient trees wilt stand, and thy keen arrows will not spare, O drovers who will meet thee there. For as the field food supplies, that bids the dormant flame arise, thus when the warrior grasps his bow, he fills his breast with ardour glow. Deep in a holy grove of yore, where bird and beast from strife forbore, Suchi beneath the sheltering boughs, a truthful hermit kept his vows. Then Indra, Suchi's heavenly lord, armed like a warrior with a sword, came to his tranquil home to spoil the hermit of his holy toil, and left the glorious weapon there, entrusted to the hermit's care, a pledge for him to keep, whose mind to fervent chill was all resigned. He took the brand with utmost heed, he kept it for the warrior's need. To keep his trust he fondly strove, when roaming in the neighbouring grove. Whenever for roots and fruit he strayed, still by his side he bore the blade. Still on his sacred chores intent, he took his treasure while he went. As day by day that brand he wore, the hermit, rich in merit store, from penance rites each thought withdrew, and fierce and wild his spirit grew. With heedless soul he spurned aright, and found in cruel deeds delight. So living with the sword he fell, a ruined hermit down to hell. This tale applies to those who deal too closely with the warrior's steel. The steel to warriors is the same as fuel to the smouldering flame. Sincere affection prompts my speech, I honour where I fain would teach. Mayst thou, thus armed with shaft and bow, so dire a longing never know, as when no hatred prompts the fray, these giants of the wood to slay. For he who kills without offence shall win but little glory thence. The bow the warrior joys to bend is lent him for a nobler end, that he may save and succour those who watch in woods when pressed by foes. What, matched with woods, is bow or steel? What warrior's arm, what hermit's steel? We with such might have naught to do, the forest rule should guide us too. But when Ayodhya hails thee Lord, be then thy warrior life restored. So shall thy sire and mother joy in bliss that naught may ever destroy. And if, resigning empire, thou submit thee to the hermit's vow, the noblest gain from virtue springs, and virtue joy unending brings. All earthly blessings virtue sends, on virtue all the world depends. Those who with vow and fasting tame to due restraint the mind and frame, win by their labour nobly wise the highest virtue for their prize. Pure in the hermit's grove remain, true to thy duty, free from stain. But the three worlds are open thrown to thee, by whom all things are known, who gave me power that I should dare his duty to my Lord declare. It is woman's fancy light as air that moves my fullest breast. Now with thy brother counsel take, reflect, thy choice with judgment make, and do what seems the best. End of Cantos 7, 8 and 9.